Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Football Chatbox. My name is Ryan, and welcome to the FPL preseason draft Q&A. How are you all doing? Sorry for being a bit late and for delaying the stream as well. A bit more like half an hour extra. Kanav, welcome. Kom, welcome. Rohan, welcome. How are you all doing? Hope everyone is doing well and having a good day. And I'm happy to see any drafts. If you have drafts, share them in either. If you're in the Discord, you can share them in the Discord. If you are on X, you can share them on X. I've got a couple teams already that I'm about to bring up right now. Manan, welcome. How are you doing? We've got Kanam's team as well. Munwar, welcome as well. How are you doing? Nick, welcome. Freddy, welcome. Everyone is here. So I think this is sometime, maybe going forward, we'll look to like start streaming at around 10:30 Australian time, around that time, because tend to get a lot more people at this time. So we'll have a look in terms of doing that for some of the future streams as well. Gov, welcome as well. All right, let's start bringing drafts up. Let me where. Now, before I actually bring drafts up, as you can see, I have a different goalkeeper compared to last stream we did. Manan, welcome. Share your latest draft. I have made a few changes to my draft. I've changed the goalkeeper. I sold Levi Colville, who was the Chelsea defender, after their recent performances of the 4-1 against Celtic. I was like, okay, maybe I need to be careful with Chelsea defense. I've bought in Guardiola. As you can see, I've got rid of Cole Palmer. And Heung-min Son is in there for the moment. Gibbs White has gone to Hudson-Odoi. Diego Jota has gone to Nkunku. And the 4.5 million striker got upgraded to Armstrong. Those were the couple changes for the moment. There are a few more changes that could happen. For example, there are rumors that far too late for me live most days, right? Oh, okay. Would it, if now this one is a bit more later than usual. If I was to stream half an hour earlier, would that be better? Because usually I would have streamed at 10 o'clock Sydney time. Today I had like guest over as well, so I had to delay my stream. That's the reason. But usually it would have been 10 o'clock. Would that be too late? Or let me know in terms of timing. I'm trying to find a timing that will suit as majority of you guys as much as possible. So that's the changes in my draft. This is still not the set finalized draft. I still might make a few more changes. One thing that I have gone away from, and I think all of you who have been following preseason would have noticed, is and Joseph, welcome as well. The one thing that I noticed is a lot of obviously the players who went in the Euros or in the Copa America, the ones who went into the latter stages, obviously still haven't returned for preseason. They're still on leave. And there were quotes from Pep Guardiola and all that said that he's going to ease in Phil Foden and whatnot, which kind of gave me an idea of that they're not going to be starting game week 1 itself. Because he said Foden and them might not be available for the Community Shield as well, which is a week before the Premier League starts. So I'm a bit worried now in terms of picking the likes of a Saka, a Foden, even a Cole Palmer who didn't get many games for England in terms of minutes. I'm just slightly concerned about picking players who have gone very deep into European Euros or even Copa America and getting them into my game week 1 draft. So I've tried to avoid that and I've gone with players who are more fresh, having preseason, all of that, so that I can get a more decent start is what I'm thinking. That's the thought process behind selecting Nkunku over Cole Palmer, going for Heung-min Son preseason, going for Haaland proper preseason. Guardiola obviously has played in the Euros, so that I have to wait and see how that goes. But yeah, a few of the decision making have been behind that, just going for players who have had more preseason. Prime time works, but for me, I'm only one viewer. That's fine. I'm happy to, like, even if you guys one viewer or even 10, for me, every viewer is kind of important, to be honest. But Plow, if you have any drafts that you wish to share, send it over so I can bring your draft up as well. But let me bring up the drafts that was sent to me on Discord. This is one. Let me just load up all the drafts that were sent to me. This is from Gov, the No Salah draft. This is from Roku. the Salah and Haaland draft. This is from Nick. Why are these drafts a bit more? Is it just me, or what if I was to do just Discord? Just like, yeah, Discord for some reason, I don't know. Oh well, sometimes it gives me good quality. Sometimes it's like, yeah. Oh wait, it has an opening browser option. Ah, that's actually much more better. Oh, okay. I've learned a few things with Discord. Let me redo this again. This is from Nick. This is from Roku. There we go. So much more clearer. Um, this one is from Gov, and this one. Who is this from? B underscore. Who is B underscore? Someone's gonna have to tell me. I have updated my team. I don't use Discord or X. Do you have Instagram, Plowby? Or you can just type up your team and I can read out your team as well. No Haaland, no Salah. Ooh. Okay, interesting. Interesting. I want to see what draft you have like a no Haaland, no Salah. Let's have a look. Rohan says, I have updated my team. Nice. Saka and Palmer should be back in 11. 40 minutes, game week 1, a big doubt. Yeah, that's the thing. 40 minutes, a big doubt. Saka and Palmer could be back in game week 11. Palmer especially. Saka, the only thing I'm slightly worried about Saka is the fact that I'm wondering whether, how fresh is he going to be? Like how fitness-wise, is he going to be really tired and all of that? I'm slightly worried. And I don't want to risk going Saka straight away just because Arsenal's fixtures in the opening 5-6 are still not the best. So I'm happy to wait. If you guys saw my wildcard windows video, I think I'm most likely maybe game week 6 or game week 7 wildcard is what I'm thinking potentially. Or if things go really well, then obviously maybe a game week 12 for the moment. So I'm happy to wait from like Arsenal attack point of view, not have to go rushing into it straight away. I'm happy to wait and see what happens. Roku, welcome. I've got your team up as well, Roku, so don't worry about that. So let's start with the one who sent me their teams first. B underscore. Who is B underscore? B underscore on Discord. You guys have to like, man, I need to figure out who is B underscore. Trent. So Plowby's one is Havertz, Watkins, and Isaac. Fair enough. That makes sense with no Haaland and Salah. Nkunku, Son, Diallo, Saka, Fernandez. I'll be a bit worried about the Saka, but the rest is fine. Amad Diallo. Now, Amad Diallo, apparently rumor was he had a knock, but yeah, I don't mind it. Trent, Munoz. I can't keep up. No, I get the idea of your team though. Bye-bye. I kind of get the idea of your team. Arteta would force Saka to play even if his leg is snapped in half. Let's be real. That's true. Fair enough. I agree. Fair point. Karam has gone with Isaac, Watkins, Fraser, and Gordon, Bruno, Salah, Eze, Yaromlik. Yaromlik. Who is Yarom? Oh, Brentford, 4.5. Okay. Defense is Harwood, Martinez, Mikalenko, Anderson, Konsa. Goalkeeper is Martinez and Turner. 7 million left. Haaland in for game week 2. Same team till game week 8. Why not start with Haaland kind of instead of just like not having him at all? Like, might as well start with him so you don't have to spend that transfer, is what I'm thinking. What do you think? I like the Sun pick. Nearly everyone thinks Johnson is going to be the one from Spurs, saying that I've still got Nkunku over Palmer. There is no new draft yet. I'm trying to leave it alone. Fair enough. Smith Rowe to Fulham is confirmed. Looks like it. It most likely will happen. So I think Smith Rowe to Fulham looks like it's going to happen, which could also be a really nice pick from a Fulham perspective. Combe, what do you think in terms of that move? Could benefit Fulham as well in terms of their midfield. All right, let's start with the teams that I've got. This one is from Nick because against Chelsea and Watkins, plus Isak have easy fixtures. Fair enough. SJ, welcome. Shared my team on X. Please suggest. All right, let me bring it up as well. Let me know if you guys send me your teams and whatnot. I will bring them up. This one was from Rohan. Let's start with Nick. Nick, are you here? How will I send my team? X, you can send it on X, SJ. Or if you're on the Discord, you can put it on the Discord as well in the Rate My Team channel. Let's start with Nick. He's gone. Henderson and Miguel. Very similar type of keeper section that I'm also going for. Who do I have? I have Flecken and Miguel. I actually don't mind looking at Henderson. I just need to figure out which of Henderson slash Johnston are going to be the keepers for that Crystal Palace. I might look at that as well again. I'm not sure if I want to go Flecken, but yeah, I've gone Flecken for the moment. But yeah, Anderson, Mikalenko, Murillo. I'm now coming to the fact of the whole Forest mid defense. Let's see if they can keep like clean sheets. They were, after Nuno took over, the third best XGC considered, I think, after Nuno took over. So let's see. Hopefully they'll improve. Obviously, Miguel with a goalkeeper change. Hopefully that keeps clean sheets. So we'll see. Nkunku, Odegaard, Gordon, Bruno Fernandes, Haaland, Isak, and Watkins. I love the front line. And Mosquera, who Nick is very high on in terms of the minutes. He actually got a good number of minutes as well. I'll actually bring the minutes tracker up for anyone who's looking. He played centre back for Wolves in the last game. Rogers, decent preseason as well. Levi Colville as well from Chelsea. Now obviously from the looks of it, Chelsea are going to sign a new goalkeeper who should be added to FPL as well once I think that is officially confirmed. Obviously we got the here we go I think from Fabricio, but once that Chelsea keeper is in, maybe that might change things a bit for Chelsea's defensive opportunities. I think that the keeper they've signed, Jorgensen, had the most saves in La Liga last season, if I'm not mistaken. So it's something to keep an eye out for. RK, thoughts on my Haaland plus Salah draft shared on Discord earlier. Let me bring it up. I'll bring it up as well. Amit, welcome. Simonal, welcome as well. Sent my team on Twitter. Okay, I'll bring it up as well. I will transfer Watkins to Haaland as Watkins versus Arsenal in Game Week 2. Fair enough. Nothing confirmed yet, but it should be soon in my opinion. Yeah, fair enough. Watkins, surely not. Which Watkins is this? Oh, you mean who are you replying to? FPL MSZ. Oh, I think Watkins is not a bad shout, to be honest. Mikalenko might actually leave. Yes, keep an eye out for rumors of that, Mikalenko. But like, there's rumors about Trippier also leaving. If Trippier does leave, maybe Livramento. You can replace Mikalenko with Livramento, same 4.5. Rumors of Ricardo Rodriguez might join. Ooh, now that guy is very good on set pieces, by the way. From at least Euro Fantasy and World Cup Fantasy playing times. But he is quite old, so I don't know how many minutes he'll get. Colville, I'm not confident now because of the performance from Chelsea. Yes, they got. It's a bit of a problem. 4-1 beating against Celtic. Nkunku obviously got the penalty. But yeah, that's something to kind of keep an eye out for Chelsea. This is what they put up. Yeah. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see what happens for Chelsea. Not a great defensive performance. 2-2 against Wrexham as well. Let's see how they do against Club America, and then Real Madrid will be a really proper test to see. If they can't keep clean sheets or if they get battered, then it's a bit of a problem defensively. I sent my team not finalized until deadline day. Yeah, fair enough. I think that's all of our teams not finalized till deadline day. I like it. I like most of the things. I will keep an eye out. Obviously, Mikalenko and Colville are two things I'll keep an eye out for. Henderson is another one I'll keep an eye out for. I'm not sure still which goalkeeper is going to be for Palace. So keep an eye out for that. The rest of the team, to be honest, is fine. I've got Bruno Fernandes as well. And I will tell you now, as my personal thoughts, is if United sign like an Ugarte, who they're linked with, if they manage to sign Ugarte before the season starts and he gets some minutes and he's going to start game week 1, then I like Bruno. If they don't sign a defensive midfielder, I think I might slightly avoid Bruno Fernandes if they don't sign a defensive midfielder in. Because that means he will be doing more, like he'll be more deeper and all of that. Not great. Ball progression won't be great. So I'll be a bit cautious on that. If they do sign a defensive midfielder, then I might go for Bruno Fernandes. So Bruno is a placeholder for my team as well. Just letting you guys know. Rest of team looks fine, to be honest. Next one. Would it be worth potentially having 2 4 million defenders? No, I wouldn't go that far. Who is your other 4 million that you're looking at? Howard Bellis from Southampton? I don't know if I would go 4 million defenders. I'm not really sure. Don't think so. How confident people are in City defense and thoughts on Oscar Bob? I have seen Oscar Bob. He's got a good number of minutes. Now, confident in terms of City defense, do you mean in terms of keeping clean sheets or do you mean in terms of predicting people who will start? Because I don't know if you can predict people who will start. Now, Oscar Bob has been playing that Phil Foden role. Now, once Foden is back into the team properly, I don't know if Oscar Bob will continue to play that role. So be careful about that, is what I would say. That's the only thing I would say. Read the X message too. I share my dubs there too. Alright, I will. Howard Bellis, yeah. The thing is, I don't know if I would want to go 4 million defenders, but you might have to do the whole rotation pairing and see how your defense will rotate over the course of like 4, 5, 6 game weeks. See how it is. Keeping a clean sheet. Keeping a clean sheet. Okay, let's actually look. Manchester City keeping a clean sheet. Chances of keeping a clean sheet against Chelsea. Between 1 to 5, I would put it at a 3 at the moment. 5 being very good, 1 being absolutely no chance. I'll put it at a 3. Ipswich, very good chance of keeping a clean sheet. I would go 5 to be honest, or 4. I don't think I can ever say 5 with City, to be honest. I don't think there's any fixture of a 5. 4 for Ipswich, 3 for West Ham. Actually, no, Wolves also beat West Ham. But still give 3 for West Ham. 3 for Brentford. A 2, I would say, for the Arsenal game. However, in past, when both City and Arsenal have played each other, they have both been very cautious of each other, which has led to very low scoring games or low scoring opportunities as well. So there's a high chance that this could be a clean sheet game, but I'll give it 2. 2 for Newcastle as well. I think Newcastle will go for the attack. 4 for Fulham, I would say, unfortunately, Combe. But yeah, so in chances of keeping a clean sheet, 1, 2 good clean sheets in these first 7 game weeks. Potentially 1 more extra between West Ham and Brentford. To be honest. Chelsea 1 is between a 3 and a 4. You never know. It depends on how Chelsea perform in the next couple. I'm still uncertain whether the new manager will be able to gel into the team immediately. So yeah, you're looking at maybe 3 to 4 clean sheets in 7 game weeks. 3 clean sheets. You'll take 3 clean sheets, won't you? Surely. Almost 50%. For me, sad. Yep. I'm looking at Oscar Bob for short term. How short are you thinking FPL MSZ? 2 game weeks at best, maybe 2 game weeks. Barco. You could go for Barco. They might keep a clean sheet against Everton. No chance in these 2. Probably not Ipswich as well. Forest, there is a possibility. You're looking at 1 clean sheet maybe from Brighton, I think. Although attacking potential is there for Barco. That I would say. Salah and Haaland, Watkins, will it work? Salah, Haaland and Watkins. Ooh, depends on the rest of your team. Kind of depends on the rest of your team. Is it worth to spend on Guardiola? At the moment, I have gone just because of his past results from... I had good memories with Guardiola last season. I'm hoping he can continue that form into the new season. We'll have to wait and see. And obviously, the Community Shield will tell me a lot more about City as well, and whether Guardiola is going to start for Game Week 1 as well. So I'm happy to go with that and see. Also, it's the price point. Now, I don't know. Until yesterday, I had all 4.5 defenders and 1 4 million defender. I could switch that again. I could remove Guardiola and go to another 4.5. Very possible. I've just gone... Today is the day I made a few changes just before the stream. So we'll have to wait and see. But I don't mind having Guardiola in just because of the attacking options. This was the next draft, so I'll bring it up. And this draft was from Roku, I think. Yes, Roku. Thoughts on Szoboszlai. Now, Szoboszlai played a number 10 spot, if I'm not mistaken. After that, I saw quotes from Arne Slot that mentioned that because we don't have the strikers is why we played this new system, but we won't be expecting to play it every single time. after as well. Like he said, once we get the strikers in, then they'll play with like a proper striker. So maybe just be slightly careful with that, SJ. But in previous, I think Arne Slot, when he was in the Netherlands, when the Dutch league, I think his number 10s generally did well as well. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, I don't know once they get the strikers if they will switch. They'll probably switch again. Why no one's talking about Alvarez? He had more minutes compared to. So Alvarez, I think, is going for the Olympics, and because of that, there is no talk about him. So he should be with Argentina at the Olympics, if I'm not mistaken. That's why no talk. So he's not going to be starting game week 1, I would say. 2 game weeks at best, yes, just set to target that Ipswich fixture. Fair enough. Martinez path is easy as goalkeeper in 9 game weeks. That is true, but it's also very expensive. This is Roku's team. No point sending my draft. It's been the same since week 1 ago. Fair enough. All right. This is from Roku. He got Flecken and the second goalkeeper, whose name I'm not going to pronounce, from Brentford. I might actually go with 2 rotating keepers, to be honest, Roku, just in case, because I don't know how good Brentford's defense will be. And if they're crap, which Flecken was last season, he was crap. I'll tell you that now itself. If they're crap, then you might be in a bit of a problem with a goalkeeper who's not keeping clean sheets at all. Dan Burn is fine. Cons are fine. Mikolenko, like same thing with mentioned with regards to Nick's team. Be cautious with the potential transfer rumor. Anderson, Barco, yep. Mo Salah, Gordon, Johnson, yep. Garnacho, I will be a bit careful. Same thing that I mentioned with like all the Euros and Copa America and all of that. If Ahmad is fit at this moment, I won't be surprised if Ahmad starts for the moment because of the preseason games and Garnacho is eased into it. So I'll be slightly careful on that. Because right now, I would expect, assuming Højlund is also fit, the front line for Man United to be Højlund in striker, Rashford left wing, and Ahmad right wing to start for game week 1 at least. Gordon, Harry Winks as a 4.5. Yeah, don't mind. There might be a case maybe for another 4.5 as well. So just have a look and see. And the front line is pretty good, to be honest. Havertz, Watkins, and Haaland. Although I actually don't mind going for an Isak if you wanted to as well. Up to you. I do like Isak. He's done well in preseason, scored a goal as well in the last game. Isak. So I actually like Isak, to be honest. But yeah. With Liverpool fixtures, I'm going for more than one asset. Hope there could be Van Dijk, bullet header amongst those fixtures. Hopefully. I do see the flexibility of Trent being a good option. I like it. The only problem is, for me personally, I'm willing to wait and see how the defense will be and what system they're going to play properly. But I like Trent even as an option if you wanted to go for Trent. It seems like Liverpool will... Okay, here's one thing I'll mention. Don't expect Liverpool under Klopp to be the same Liverpool that you're going to see under Arne Slot. It will be probably a different style of Liverpool. Probably more possession focused as well. So slightly keep that in mind. It is a new manager end of the day. So we need to see how they will adapt. That's one thing to kind of keep in mind. Kai to Wood, Johnson to Szoboszlai, Nkunku, Garnacho to Kai to Chris Wood, Johnson to Szoboszlai or Nkunku, Garnacho to Leon Bay, Mikolenko, Anderson to Guardiola. Johnson, I don't mind, to be honest. I actually don't mind him. He's been doing pretty decently in preseason. Need an Arsenal asset, so can't take out Kai. Okay. Then I would go without Watkins for the start. Just because, end of the day, he also went into the Euros up to the finals. So maybe if you want to go without Watkins, you can. And start with maybe Isak and then switch to Watkins. That's what I'm also thinking of doing. Start with Isak and switch to Watkins, which is why I have the 0.5 in the bank as well. To move Isak to Watkins after. But yeah. Is that Kai might not get the same amount of points just like last season? No, I don't think Kai Havertz is going to get the same amount of points in the first place as last season because he was a midfielder last season. Now he's a forward. So that means his points should drop. unless his goals increase. But he's getting one less point for a goal, and the no clean sheet points as well. So yeah, Watkins can wait till game week 3. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's why I've kept the 0.5 for the moment to go for Watkins in game week 3. However, I will add Champions League now starts a bit more earlier. I think game week 4 or something after that Champions League kicks off. So be careful with Aston Villa and rotation. But yeah, the rest of the team looks fine. I don't mind it at all. Next one we've got is from, who is this? This is from Gov. Gov, is this your team? If I'm not mistaken, you got Miguel and Martinez, Trent, Saliba, Mikalenko, Guardiola, Barco. So this is like a big at the back in terms of goalkeepers and defenders. Nkunku, Gibbs White, Odegaard, Eze. Eze is nice as well. Andres could be Smith Rowe if Smith Rowe gets confirmed, to be honest. Haaland, Isak, and Armstrong. I like. Nothing really to complain about. Saliba, yeah, could be good. Could be good, maybe. Not sure how many clean sheets you might get at the opening. Where's mine? Oh, yours will come. Yours will come, Simon. I'll bring yours up as well. But I've got another couple teams before yours as well. So don't worry. Yours will come. Yours will come. How can I show you my team? You can send it to me on X, on Instagram, or if you're on the Discord, you can send it on the Discord. Abhinandan, welcome. How about underrated Julian Alvarez? The reason I think Julian Alvarez is not mentioned a bit is because of the fact that he was supposed to go to the Olympics with Argentina. I think he's at the Olympics with Argentina. So he's most likely not going to start in game week 1. So that's why. And also they went late into Copa America. So I don't think I don't think Alvarez is going to be straight away starting in game week 1. That's one of the reasons he's not mentioned about. Otherwise, he would have been mentioned about. But yeah, there were also rumors about Alvarez leaving, which I don't think will happen. But yeah, yeah. At the moment, I think Haaland is a better option. Just because Haaland is more fresh, no Euros, it's just a better option. Thoughts on Salah after 2 preseason games? I will be honest, I haven't watched Liverpool preseason games. All I can tell is from witnessing SofaScore and reading comments and match reports. And from the looks of it, it seemed like Liverpool were playing with like 2 10s effectively, or Szoboszlai and Harvey Elliott. Where's this? This is Szoboszlai, this is Harvey Elliott, like a 2 10s formation with Salah and the 2 wide players outside. So I don't mind it, but I feel like Salah's role, I don't know, I said this in the last stream as well. I think Salah's role might become more creative focused rather than being the talisman at the end of things. I'll be interested to see how his role adapts to when like Gakpo and Darwin Núñez are back in the squad as well, because both of them are not back in the squad. So once they're in the squad, I'll be very interested to see how Salah's role is, to be honest. But now I'm happy to potentially start without him, but you can start with him as well, just because Liverpool's fixtures are good. And Liverpool's fixtures are actually good, which is why I might have a Liverpool player in here in this midfield. I just haven't decided which Liverpool player to go with. But I probably might have one. Yes, Salah is playing very wide right. Yeah, that's the thing. So I will be a bit cautious at the moment. If Szoboszlai plays like an advanced position again, then I don't mind it going for like a Szoboszlai even. But yeah, something to kind of keep an eye out for. All right, this team was, like I mentioned, Gov FPL. I actually like the team. Only thing is I'm a bit worried about Saliba. My team, the first team sent in the Discord. Yes. That was your team. Okay, I've got your team. I'll bring yours up next corner. That was your team. Okay, I was trying to figure out whose team this was. I'll bring yours next corner. Yes, you're right about the two Liverpool false nines, but there was an interview slot admitting that. Yeah, that's what. So that's what I said. So he said because he doesn't have a proper number 9 striker, that he played that formation. So don't expect it to be the case once they have proper strikers. So he said once he has proper strikers, he'll play with like a proper striker. But because they didn't have, that's the reason. Yeah, I like the team. The only thing I would be slightly cautious with, I guess, is Saliba. I'm not sure how much after the whole BPS changes and the opening fixtures been a bit tough for clean sheets. I'm a bit cautious on that, but the rest of the team I like. And obviously, like I said, Andreas could become Smith Rowe once that transfer is confirmed, and if he's also 5.5. We'll get more info against Arsenal. Again, against Arsenal. Yep, true. So this is pretty good. Martinez, I guess the reason you got Martinez is to keep him as the first choice goalkeeper. Are you set on the two, like 5 million and 4.5? Planning to get Roku said planning to get Nkunku for game week 2 for Garnacho. See, here's the thing, guys. I'll tell you now itself. And also this for Roku. You might as well start with Nkunku rather than go with Garnacho, because if Garnacho is not going to play in game week 1, right? If he's not going to start in game week 1, then there's no point in having Garnacho. You might as well save yourself the one free transfer and have Nkunku at the start, even though it's against City. I would rather potentially do that than make that transfer in game week 2, is what I'm saying. You get to save a transfer, is what I would assume. I think that would be a better option, but yeah. It's rotation for Aston and Aston Villa. Okay. Yep. They did rotate well, I think, from what I did in the video as well. Yeah. With Chelsea signing the new goalkeeper, is there any chance for Sanchez? No. Absolutely not. That new goalkeeper is going to play. Jorgensen is going to play. I highly doubt there's any chance for Sanchez. If anything, I think the one good thing is that Jorgensen will come at 4.5, hopefully, because the other two keepers at 4.5. Submitted my team. Thanks in advance. All right, I'll bring it up as well. Okay, so rotation, I don't mind. Yeah, fair enough. Let's see how but the rest looks pretty fine. Odegaard, I don't mind as well. Between Odegaard and Bruno Fernandes, I slightly favor Bruno at the moment if they signed a defensive midfielder. If they don't sign a defensive midfielder, I actually like Odegaard. All right, this one is from Connor. Connor, you here? Who is A underscore? Yeah, I'll bring this team up. All right, Connor. I think this is Connor's team. Which other players to look out for? Look out till now and preseason. Rogers is the one, and Johnson for me. I will have a look at that. I haven't fully done. I'll probably make a video on that, like players who have done well in preseason. But Rogers is one. Brennan Johnson is another. There are a couple 4 million options in defense that have popped up, which I'll talk about as well in a video. Isak has been doing really well as well on preseason. I will add. Nkunku has done decently in preseason, even though Chelsea have been a bit of a mixed bag. Who else? Who else was popping up on preseason? Anyone else that I was thinking? Honestly, I think Heung-min Son is also not a bad shout for preseason, to be honest. He played on the left this time, but he's actually not a bad shout as well. Pedro Porro has been very attacking. Yeah. So if anyone wants to start with Pedro Porro, I actually don't mind it. It's just that I don't expect Spurs to keep clean sheets, honestly. But Porro has been attacking. Can you tell one Chelsea defender that's nailed on, or anyone from chat? I would think it would be Levi Colwill. So far, I would assume. Yeah, Levi Colwill has started both games, so I would probably still go for Levi Colwill. To be honest, Brighton, if you're going for Brighton, Barco. Barco is the one that everyone's like talking about. All right, this is Connor's team. He's gone for Pope and Turner. Turner might not be the goalkeeper for Forest, Connor. So might want to look into that. I think it will be Miguel, but keep an eye out. Konsa, Trippier. There are rumors about him leaving to Saudi, so watch out for that. Trent is fine. Martinez should be good as well, but I'm still a bit cautious. If they sign a defensive midfielder, then I like Martinez. Guardiola is fine. Gibbs White is fine. Eze is good. Rashford I actually don't mind, to be honest, for 7 million. Salah is good. Nkunku good. Isak good. Watkins good. Joao Pedro. Joao Pedro might have to be. Let me see. Joao Pedro, I'm not fully sold on Joao Pedro. I actually don't mind Adam Armstrong from Southampton. But let me see if Joao Pedro has got any minutes. I don't think so. Brighton. Joao Pedro, where's Joao Pedro? Joao Pedro didn't go on preseason, right? So I would probably get rid of Joao Pedro for the moment. I wouldn't have him at the moment. Oscar Bob and Minte. Yes, Minte is another one that I've seen spoken about. Oscar Bob, I might be careful with Oscar Bob. Unless you're looking for extreme short term, I think, which was what FPL MFZ mentioned. Was it FPL MFZ mentioned? Someone mentioned short term for FPL MFZ. Short term. Two game weeks at best, you're probably looking at Oscar Bob starting. After that, I don't know. There was also another player mentioned, Daichi Kamada. Is he in the game yet? Yes, Daichi Kamada for Crystal Palace. He's a new signing for Crystal Palace. Just keep an eye out for this guy. He's supposed to be like Olise's replacement. Just keep an eye out for him. But yeah, I don't know if I would start with him just straight away. But yeah, want to have a look. I actually don't mind this team, to be honest. It's gone big at the back. What would you change if you were going to change Connor? I think this is your team, right? What would you change if you were looking to change? I also got this team, which came up to me as well. So we'll have a look at this as well. But yeah. Connor, let me know once you're there. And then another team that came to me before. This is Rohan. Rohan, are you still here? Rohan's team is up next as well. Probably Trippier and Pedro out, but unsure for who. Yeah, Trippier. So if Trippier leaves, if it's confirmed leave, if you want a Newcastle player, you can go for Livramento, who should be 4.5 if I'm not mistaken. Joao Pedro, honestly, I don't mind Adam Armstrong from Southampton for the same price tag. Decent fixtures. Should take penalties. Obviously, Southampton got some penalties in preseason, but Armstrong didn't play that game because he was sick. But he should be actually the penalty taker as well for Southampton. So I don't mind him as a budget player. You'll rarely play him, but he's not a bad player to have, is what I would say. I heard that Kamada played 2 Premier League sides last season for 2 goals and he scored in preseason as well. Yeah, that's the thing. Daichi Kamada, Crystal Palace. Keep an eye out. Bad team. You're better off having 3 defense from Arsenal, City, Pool, and 2 4 million defenders, preferably Barco and Howard Bellis. Honestly, it depends on like how, because I've seen a lot of people go, like even mine, right? You can go cheaper at the back and stack up your midfield a bit more, and your forward line. All depends on like the formation you guys have, to be honest. Heard Trent might go to Real Madrid. Nah, he's not going to Real Madrid. I saw that post. He signed some Real Madrid kids jersey or something, but he's not going to go to Real Madrid. Very unlikely. I highly doubt it. Thoughts on Raksiri of Palace and Edward since the Mateta is off to Olympics. Edward did well in the last preseason game. I don't mind Edward as well. Honestly, I don't mind. If you saw like one of my first few drafts, I had Edward as like that 5.5 option. He's also another 5.5 you guys can go with. Minutes might be a slight problem after. That's the only problem. But Edward is also not like a short-term punt. I don't mind it. Boys from AFT saw him with Jude Mbappe and yeah, nah, but I don't think he's going to go. He's probably on holiday. I don't think he's leaving Liverpool. Although he does have 1 year left on his contract. I think he'll this season he'll still be at Liverpool, but I don't think after that we'll see. Rate my team, send it on X, and I will bring your team up. So yeah, that's the only two corner I think. Interested to see. Wan-Bissaka goes to West Ham. Yes, there are rumors that he's going to go. I think there were strong rumors today with Wan-Bissaka. Most likely the deal almost completed. And I think United have agreed a deal for Mazraoui also. So I think that deal will be the next one that happens. So that's most likely happening either this week. It might happen, that move. All right, Rohan, who is here. This is your team. Areola, I have seen now rumors about like a Saudi move or something. Keep an eye out for West Ham. That's why I guess people have Fabianski as well. So Areola, keep an eye out for. Turner, I don't know if he's the Forest goalkeeper. Might want to keep a lookout for that. Saliba, Guardiola, Dan Burn, Mikalenko. Mikalenko also transfer rumors. Just keep an eye out. About face, fine. Salah, Odegaard, Eze, Harvey Barnes is also good, to be honest. Not too bad. Harry Winks, fair enough. Havertz, Haaland, and Fraser from Wolves. Not too bad. Not too bad. Fraser, how much is Fraser? 5.5? 4.5. Has Fraser been getting enough minutes? Fraser, forward. No, Fraser hasn't been getting any. So you're gonna go. Oh, okay. He's gonna be a 4.5 who doesn't play. Most likely not gonna play, but yeah. Thoughts on Danny Ings? Any forward linked with West Ham? I might actually be a bit more cautious on West Ham strikers between Antonio and Danny Ings. I wouldn't really go there for the moment. As a West Ham fan, I'm fairly positive he won't move. Who is this? Wan-Bissaka? I don't know. There were strong rumors today from like the United journalist. So maybe you might want to wait and see. Or are we talking about Danny Ings here? Henderson, Flecken, Robbo, Guardiola, Gabriel, Salah, Gibbs White, Andreas, Nkunku, Rogers, Haaland, Isak, and Pedro. Okay, Joe Pedro, like I mentioned in the previous one, be careful of that. I wouldn't go Joe Pedro. I might go for someone else because Pedro hasn't been in preseason. Henderson also, just check out whether he's actually going to be Crystal Palace number 1. Defense is fine. Andreas is not too bad as well. Could be Smith Rowe if that move happens. But yeah, the rest of the team looks fine. Rivar. John Duran linked with West Ham. Yes, I saw that as well. And the deadline come any sooner. Fair enough. But yeah, rest of the team. Rohan, I don't mind. I think your bench could be better. Do you have any money left in the bank, Rohan, with this team? I think the bench could be slightly better. But yeah. And I would probably even look for Isak over Havertz at the start, since you already have Odegaard as well. And also because Gabriel Jesus has been the one starting for Arsenal in preseason with Havertz not there. So maybe Gabriel Jesus might be the one who starts game week 1 is what I would say. But yeah. Oh, no, Areola. Oh, yeah, Areola. Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. And I'd hold off Ings because we are pushing hard to sign John Duran from Villa. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, I would not go for Ings. I think I'm fairly set on Salah and Haaland, but still unsure about Trent here. Fair points. The next team after Rohan's that was sent to me was, I've got 2. So I've got Simonal and I've got Sanjay. So SJ. I think SJ's team is up next. And I'll get back to Rohan's if Rohan has any comments. This is SJ's team. Martinez and Fabianski. I guess if Ariola is not going, then Fabianski might have to switch to Ariola. Toffolo, Trent, Dan Burn, Howard Bellis, and Wout Face. 4 million options. Foden, Palmer, Garnacho, Heung-min Son, Darwin, Watkins, Isak, Rogers. How much money is left in the team, SJ? I think Darwin, don't know if he'll start. That's the one thing I would say. Garnacho, same thing. Because of Copa America, I don't think he'll be starting game week 1. At least for the moment, no. I think Ahmad might be the one who starts potentially if he's not injured. Phil Foden, the same thing. I don't know if he'll start game week 1. Palmer, I don't mind. Heung-min Son, I don't mind. Watkins, Isak is fine. Dan Burn, fine. Trent, fine. Toffolo, fine. Martinez, fine. Rogers, fine. Faze and Howard Bellis. Yeah, Howard Bellis actually scored from a set piece, if I'm not mistaken, in preseason. About Faze, yeah, Leicester, but maybe I might look for an Ipswich player unless you're looking to rotate. If you've seen the rotation and if it works, then I don't mind it. Rogers has been good as well in preseason. That's fine. Fabianski, one to monitor. If Ariola is not moving, then you might have to look for a different keeper. No money left. I might then potentially look at maybe downgrading. I don't know. Maybe you move Saliba down a bit to slightly improve. Unless you have to get a 5.5, you go for a Rogers instead of Harvey Barnes. Would I do that though? The one I would look to free up funds would be from Saliba potentially. But I don't mind it even if you wanted to start with. Well, yeah, I probably would look to free from Saliba. But yeah, I mean the rest it looks okay. It's just I'm worried about the bench a bit. Unless you have no plans on playing the bench, then it's fine. But I think you might potentially free up some funds after game week 3 as well, based on the fixtures. But yeah, too much. I feel like there's too much funds in Arsenal, given the tough start for them. That's the one slight worry that I'm having. But I mean, the rest of the team looks solid, except for the goalkeepers. Goalkeepers you kind of need to fix. Areola is fine. Turner might not be the first choice goalkeeper. And this one was SJ, 0.5 in the bank. I will be careful of the players that I mentioned in terms of potentially not starting game week 1. I said the deadline. Can't wait to watch United versus Fulham at 3 a.m. The deadline closes the night before game week 3 starts. The deadline closes the night before game week 3 starts. What? Wait, what? I think MFZ is talking about the deadline in Australia. I think I'm fairly set Salah and Haaland, but still unsure about Trent. Yep. Change your 4 million keeper to Fabianski. Turner is third choice now and will drop in price. Yep. Fabianski, I will be careful. Whose team are you talking about? MFZ. Have I switched the teams before the one you were talking about? Transfer deadline. Oh, yeah, transfer deadline. Yep. Yeah, that's the thing. So there could be still moves after. Garnacho is nailed on. Yes, he is. But not sure about game week 1 because he's still not in preseason. I'm a bit worried with United not having all of their main players still back. If Garnacho starts the Community Shield, then I'm okay for you to have Garnacho. If he doesn't start the Community Shield and Ahmad starts the Community Shield, I would not be expecting Garnacho to start game week 1. So maybe wait and see how they do in the Community Shield. But I think Garnacho will get into the team after. It's just that because he's not joined preseason just yet, I feel like he might be slowly eased back in instead of rushed in. Unless he starts in the Community Shield, then I take what I said back. Yes, then obviously he's nailed on. But Foden is definitely getting eased in. Pep has already said he's not playing in the Community Shield, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So Foden might not start game week 1. Will feature potentially game week 1. Might not necessarily start game week 1. Um, Darwin. Yeah, you could have Darwin here. It could be Gakpo as well. My only problem is we're not going to get any information because none of these guys are going to be on the US tour. Liverpool are in the US, if I'm not mistaken. They're not going to be on the tour. So we're not going to get any information from all these players from Liverpool. So I don't know how we're going to go slightly blind in terms of Liverpool assets. That's what I'm slightly worried about. We're not going to get any preseason info because it's been said that these guys are not going to be there on the tour. So yeah. Why people on Watkins now? Why people on Watkins? No preseason till now. I think it's because unlike some of the other teams where the players are on haven't gone for preseason, but I don't know how do we put this. Watkins doesn't really have competition for his role, so he's their talisman number 9, who's most likely going to start. That is why I would say people are on Watkins. Whereas Darwin has competition for Gakpo. Alvarez is obviously in the Olympics. So there's no one's spoken about him. Havertz, Gabriel Jesus could start potentially, with Havertz later getting introduced into the team. But Watkins doesn't really have any proper competition, does he? He's definitely like the talismanic figure for Aston Villa. Alright. The rest of the team is fine, SJ. I don't mind it at all, to be honest. The rest of the team is fine. Keep an eye out for Fabianski / Ariola. Martinez is fine. Defense is fine. 4 million defenders. If it works out in terms of rotation, then yeah, cool. Alright, next up. This is Samuel. Are you still here? Why nobody choosing Diaz? Luis Diaz. Might be because he is still not in preseason. Is Luis Diaz in preseason? No, he's not. This is the problem that I'm having with Liverpool. I have no idea which Liverpool attacker that I really want, except for maybe a Szoboszlai or a Salah, because the others aren't in preseason yet, and that's a bit of a problem. Maybe I will change Foden to Odegaard or Bowen. Yeah, that could actually work. That's also not a bad idea. I'm a bit worried with regard. This is why I think a lot of people aren't. You don't see the Luis Diaz's or even the Jotas, to be honest, that much, because they're not there yet. I'm confused between Guardiola to Walker move, then that would give me 0.5 in the bank, and then can go for Havertz to Isak. Oh, Guardiola to Walker. I'm wondering whether it's worth maybe just going Guardiola to a 4.5 instead of Walker, because Walker doesn't offer enough attacking threat. It's my one issue is not enough attacking threat. The other issue is he went into the Euros quite until the end. Same thing with Phil Foden. And I think you might have to wait and see. Watch the Community Shield lineup. If the Community Shield has Walker starting, then okay. If Community Shield doesn't have Walker starting, I would probably look for someone else instead of Walker. I mean, probably because he was like set and forget player last season. Who Watkins? Yeah. He doesn't have. I mean, we shouldn't forget that Watkins almost kept on par for captaincy, or was in the conversations of captaincy with Haaland and Salah last season. So yeah. Alright, this one is from Samuel. Dubravka, which your goalkeeper? Nick Pope is probably back. So not probably. Nick Pope is back, so Dubravka won't be Newcastle's goalkeeper. Sanchez is also not going to be Chelsea's goalkeeper. They've signed a new goalkeeper, so your goalkeepers have to change. Ben White, Pedro Porro, Trent, Woutface, and Munoz. Defense solid. You Arsenal fans, you all might be able to tell me, but from what I've seen on preseason, Ben White has been playing centre back as well. So, do you guys think there'll be like a bit of a rotation in terms of Arsenal's defense, where Ben White can now play right back and centre back, assuming Julian Timber stays fit and can play that right back spot? So, Arsenal fans, let me know on that in terms of White, his positions. Keepers can change defense. The rest of defense is fine. Leon Bay, Luis Diaz, Semenyo, Hudson-Odoi, and Nkunku. I think your midfield can improve. To be honest, I think the midfield can improve. Forward line is stunning. Haaland, Havertz, and Isak. Don't mind it at all. Again, same thing I mentioned for Havertz. And I guess this we'll find out later, but keep an eye out for Gabriel Jesus, who's been playing the game so far. Do we know if Havertz will be joining Arsenal on preseason in the US tour? Or is he not going to join Arsenal in the US tour? Liverpool players, hard to pick. Too many attackers. Gakpo, Darwin, Luis Diaz, Jota, all fighting for the 2 spots up front. Only confirmation is on Salah and that on that right. Yeah, that's the thing. And even Szoboszlai formation is a bit of a concern. We don't know what formation he's playing. Midfield, I think Nkunku is good. Hudson-Odoi is good. Leon Bailey, I don't mind. But I think after Champions League starts, there'll be rotation for that Aston Villa spot in midfield. So keep an eye out for Leon Bailey. Opening 2 game weeks might not be a problem. After that, you might have to be a bit wary in terms of rotation with Champions League. Luis Diaz, I think it's the case with all Liverpool. You kind of have to hope. I have no idea. We're not going to get information, unfortunately, with that Liverpool midfield. So it's going to be tough to predict. You'll have to take a punt on that. I would probably even start with maybe a Gordon or someone who is at the same price point and then switch to a Liverpool player once we know who's starting. That's probably what I would try, even though you missed that Ipswich. Unless we get information. If we get information, then fine, but otherwise it's hard to say. Semenyo, I don't know. I'm a bit meh on Bournemouth's opening fixture. I don't think I would go for Semenyo personally, Simon. Newcastle, Everton, Chelsea, Liverpool in the opening 5 doesn't seem great. I would look for another player. Alright, that's Simon, and hopefully Simon is here. And he's got all of that I just said. The next one that was sent to me was from the Discord. Was it Discord? No. Yes, Discord. Which was this? Whose team is this? A underscore. Who is A underscore? Who just joined the Discord as well? Someone needs to tell me. I've given you access to the Discord as well. But can someone tell me? Anyone in the chat here? Was this Heisenberg? Heisenberg? Is this your team? Wait, is this Heisenberg the... Is this FPL Heisenberg? Can't really tell. Oh, it's not FPL. Anyways, is this Heisenberg's team? I have no idea. But he's got Miguel Turner, 2 forest keepers because you can't tell which one is going to start, so we gone for both. Shubharan, welcome. How are you doing? Guardiola, Van Dijk, Mikalenko, Konsa, and Barco. Keep an eye out for Mikalenko transfer rumors. Reserve defense is fine. Salah, Eze, Nkunku, Leon Bay, Harry Winks. Yeah. I'm slightly worried about rotation, Champions League rotation after, but opening 2-3 game weeks should be fine. And front line is fine as well. Haaland, Isak, and Chris Wood. I mean, team looks good. The only thing I'll be careful of is Mikalenko, Leon Bay for rotation slightly. The rest is fine, to be honest. Rest is fine, to be honest. Is Richarlison forgotten? Can he be worth that 7 million? The reason Richarlison isn't spoken about is injury. So he's still injured. Because of that, there isn't any talk about Richarlison. So I would just avoid Richarlison for the moment. McAllister could also come back and play. Yes. However, I forgot about McAllister. See, this is the problem. This is why I kind of don't have any Liverpool players at the moment. And I'm kind of willing to wait and see which one it's going to be. Because I have Gordon who can become that Liverpool player after game week 2. Like game week 3 onwards, he can be the Liverpool player. Or game week 4 onwards for the Liverpool player. So I'm happy to wait and not get the Liverpool player immediately, is what I'm thinking. I don't know. You guys let me know. Because, yeah, I just don't know. There are too many questions for me. If you could have one 6.5 million midfielder, which one would you choose? Based on form, I would think it would be Nkunku. Let me just have a look. Is there anyone else? Yeah, based on form, I think it would be Nkunku. The other one I would give an eye out for would be potentially be Brennan Johnson, unless I'm missing someone. Oh, Sabosla is also 6.5. Oh. If he plays the number 10, which is what we're not really sure about because McAllister could also be that situation. But Sabosla is tempting if he plays the number 10 with those fixtures. Formation is the only problem that we don't know about. Let me sort this by team. But right now, I think Nkunku based on form. But anyways, if I was to watch list, Nkunku, Sabosla, and Brennan Johnson are my 3 options. Oh, actually, 4th one, Harvey Barnes, if you don't have Anthony Gordon. Where's Harvey Barnes? I think Harvey Barnes has been playing decently as well. Newcastle, Harvey Barnes. Yeah, he played 45 minutes and then 64 minutes. Got a goal and an assist so far in preseason. Newcastle. Here we go. They played Hull in the last one. Jacob Murphy and Isak were the ones who got the returns, but yeah. Is it okay to go with Salah, Haaland, Isak, Son, or Saka, and Guardiola make a team? And is it okay to go with Salah, Haaland, Isak, Son, or Saka, and Guardiola and make the team? I mean, you can build the team and let me know how it is. I'll be interested to see. I think it's fine. I think it's possible to do. It may be possible. You might be stretching it a bit because Salah, Haaland, and Isak alone will take a lot of budget. So to be adding Son or Saka to that, I don't know, but try and build and see what it comes out like. But yeah, didn't Chelsea just lose Celtic? Yes, they did 4-1. Not sure if Chelsea hits top gear. That's true. But at 6.5 at the moment, I am willing to take a punt because of this fixture run. He's a good player, end of the day, Nkunku. He is a good player. So I'm willing to get a Chelsea player just for that fixture run. That's one of the reasons I have him. But yeah, for me, it would be the 4 players I mentioned for the moment. And if Garnacho starts the Community Shield, then there's a consideration, but he would be like 5th in my list, I think, at the moment, from the 6.5s. Alright, I think that's almost everyone's team that I've looked at. I think this is Heisenberg's team. I'm not really sure, but I've gone through everyone's team that you guys sent me. If you missed the feedback, let me know, and I'm happy to kind of repeat it again. I haven't looked at anyone's team, please let me know. If you want more feedback as well, please let me know. If you have any questions, over. Let me just check Instagram if I missed anything. If anything was sent. Nope. Oh yeah. This was from Tiger and Guna, who sent me his team from the last stream. He was building it but missed out. So this was Tiger and Guna stream. Rea, Pedro Paro, Trent, Burns, Saliba, Palmer, Gibbs White, Luis Diaz, Gordon, Hoyland, Isak, Anderson, Eze, Chris Wood, and Turner. If Tiger and Guna is watching this back, Turner, I would probably be not have. I don't think he's going to be their goalkeeper. The rest of the bench is fine. Hoyland, I don't know if I would start with Hoyland, to be honest, for the moment. Also, might want to monitor the injury that he just got. I know Tiger and Guna made this before the United versus Arsenal game, so keep an eye out for that. Midfield is fine. Luis Diaz, I think, should be the one who starts potentially, but yeah, questions on Liverpool's at midfield. Defense is fine as well, and goalkeeper and Raya is fine. Too expensive though. I've never been one to go for a 5.5 million goalkeeper or even a 5 million goalkeeper. At times I've gone 5.5. I think Raya is a bit too much. I don't know if I would go for Raya. Also, given that you have Saliba, so I might look to downgrade Raya to a 4.5 instead, and also upgrade Turner to another 4.5 is what I would do. Bob, welcome. Heisenberg said thank you. No worries. Okay, so this was your team. Okay, cool. I've also granted you access to the Discord, Heisenberg. Oops, I accidentally closed it. Yeah. Bob, how are things going? How's the draft looking like? Top 2 assets in each of the top 6 teams. Top 6 meaning just the usual, like the big top 6, or last season's top 6 from Premier League rankings? I'll start with City since it's easy Arsenal. From City, top 2 for me. Number 1, Haaland. Number 2, I will go for Guardiola if he starts in the committee shield. That's my top 2 from City. From Arsenal is a bit more harder. Number 1, right now. Oh, okay. Arsenal is a bit more harder because some of their players are still not in preseason. The likes of Havertz and Saka. I would monitor Martinelli, to be honest. Keep an eye out for Martinelli in the rest of preseason. He could be this player from the season before, so just keep an eye out for Martinelli. Looks pretty sharp in preseason. But for now, because Saka and Havertz have not been in preseason, I'm not going to add them. I'll go Odegaard, mainly for the price point, and also a good player still. So Odegaard 1. I will put Havertz for now. No, I wouldn't. Maybe, maybe not. Depends on if you're going with a 3-striker option, then Havertz. Otherwise, I would potentially monitor Martinelli. Saka, I want to see Saka. Like, I'm not sure how his fitness is going to be. I'm a bit worried that he was definitely carrying a knock during the Euros as well. Oh, looks like he was carrying a knock. So I'm happy to avoid Saka for now for the opening 5 and then look at him like game week 6 onwards. Can we do both? Yeah, we can. Next up would be Liverpool. From Liverpool, Salah. And number 2, I would say Trent. Those are my two. However, keep an eye out for Soboslai depending on the formation and position he plays. For Man United, Bruno Fernandes. Um, for now, I would just say Bruno Fernandes. I want to see if they make an Ugarte signing. If they make an Ugarte signing as well, like the defense improves, then I'll probably think about Martinez if he gets back. But like for now, Bruno Fernandes. You asking for a second one? I think Rashford. Bruno and Rashford is what I would go for. Aston Villa, Watkins, and I think Rogers at the price value. I think he's someone who's carrying form from last season, the end of last season, and going into this season. Best 5.5. I mean, if you're looking for a 5 million option, Morgan Rogers. If you're looking for slightly higher at 5.5, I think Callum Hudson-Odoi is in that list with the good fixtures. I'll have a look at the others as well, Rebnek. Give me a few minutes. Chelsea, Nkunku. It has to be Palmer as well. I think Palmer will start game week 1 just because like the rest of the Chelsea team in terms of quality wise, I think Palmer will be there as well. So Nkunku and Palmer. Who am I missing? Spurs, right? Spurs, Heung-min Son, and I would add Brennan Johnson. Those two, attacking wise. I'm not convinced on Spurs defense just yet. However, keep an eye out for Bergwall. I don't know if he'll start. Maybe he might. I think it's Bergwall, if I'm not mistaken. The 4.5 midfielder. Just keep an eye out for him. Has he played? Let me see if he played Lucas Bergwall. If he played any of the other games for Spurs. Lucas Bergwall. 45 minutes, 25 minutes, and then 45 minutes again. So keep an eye out for Lucas Bergwall for Spurs just to see what he does in terms of minutes. But yeah. I Bay already, so don't think I need Rogers. Okay, fair enough. And then which was the team did I miss? Did I miss another team? I think that was the last top 6, right? If I'm not mistaken. I think I mentioned everyone. Oh, we missed. Did we miss anyone? No. I mentioned Spurs and Aston Villa. Yeah, okay, I mentioned everyone. Okay, hopefully that answers your question. It was just Aston Villa that I needed to add. Okay, next up is from Rebnek. 5.5 million midfielders. So you have Leon Bay, but I mentioned Rogers as well. Callum Hudson-Odoi is one that I would have a look at. Obviously, Smith Rowe looks like he might make a move to Fulham. So keep an eye out for Smith Rowe. Could become a really nice option. Ahmad, if fit, maybe, but I wouldn't put him in that list yet. Smith Rowe. Daichi Kamada. Keep an eye out for him as well. Could be an interesting option. I wouldn't start with him. I would watch list him and see how he does the opening couple games. He's played 90 minutes, 85 minutes, has had 1 goal and 2 assists in preseason so far. So Daichi Kamada is someone I would have a look at from Crystal Palace. So I would definitely watch list him. Hudson-Odoi, Kamada. Got Leon Bay already and Smith Rowe. Those are the 5.5 million options, I think, that I would look at. No love for Garnacho or Maguire. Garnacho, I want to see if he'll start in the Community Shield. If he does, then yes. If he doesn't, which I think he might not, Then probably not. Maguire, too much uncertainty in United. Like there's still like delete rumors. I don't know the status of Lenny Yoro's injury just yet. And if Martinez is back, you think Martinez is like first choice in that defensive lineup, right? So then it's whether Lenny Yoro or Maguire. I'm not really sure who's going to start. So not sure about Maguire. And Villa, what about Leon Bay? I mean, for Villa, yeah, Leon Bay. Only thing I'm worried with Leon Bay, who's had 1 goal and 1 assist so far, so I should probably give him more credit. So yeah, I think Leon Bay probably. But Rogers has had 3 goals and 1 assist. Same amount of minutes. I'll probably do a video this weekend. This week my video idea is probably players who have done well on preseason. Isn't Euro injury confirmed? Has it been confirmed? It's not really been confirmed, right? They were like, oh, we need to wait and see or something, is what was mentioned. Let me see if I can find anything added. It looks like United have reached agreement with Mazraoui. They're only waiting to sell Wan Bissaka from the looks of it now. Fabrizio has just tweeted as well. Lenny Yoro injury, I think you might want to wait and see. It hasn't been fully mentioned. Even my team, I might look at Rogers a bit more now. Maybe even over Hudson-Odoi potentially. It's just that they have nice run. Either Hudson-Odoi or Rogers. I might go for Rogers actually. I just think the Aston Villa team is better than Forest. I might have a look into it a bit more. So let me put Rogers for now. I prefer him, I think, at the moment, but something for me to think about. The question is the rotation between him and Armstrong. I need to look into that a bit more. All right. Hopefully, I've answered everyone's teams. Any other team related questions from anyone? If not, I think we will end it for today. The next stream, now usually I'll record a video for this week in terms of players who've done well in preseason so far. That'll be one video that'll be coming out this week. The next stream I think will have to be on Wednesday. Potentially Wednesday. I'll see. Because Thursday and Friday I'm not available. Maybe we can do one on Saturday instead. So I'll let you guys know. If it's not Wednesday, I'll see if I can do a podcast on Wednesday. If not, it'll be maybe a Saturday, potentially. And a video will come out. I just need to think of another video idea. I've usually been doing 2 videos, which has been doing really well for the channel. We've reached like 780 subscribers as well so far. And I think we're cruising, we're getting close. We're on 789 subscribers. We're getting close to 800 subscribers. So I'll look at another 2 videos. One I mentioned the idea of. The second one I need to think of what exactly you guys want to see. So if you have anything that you want to see, let me know. So I can actually look and do research into it and make a video for it. Let me know if you guys want whatever you want to see. But yeah, if there's any further questions, let me know before we end. And shout out to Shubharan, Rebnek, Xbob, Heisenberg, Amit, Kom, Roshan, SJ, MFZ, Connor, Rohan, Rivar, Samanal, Plowby, Gav, Connor, I mentioned, Heisenberg, I mentioned, Roku, which is Archaic Global Transit, Home, I mentioned, Manan, Gav, FPL, Nick, Kanav at the start as well. Thank you, everyone. I hope I've answered your questions. Kanav as well mentioned his team at the start as well, and I read it out as well. But yeah, that's basically it. Thank you to everyone for watching up to this point. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I will see you all either on a Wednesday or on a Saturday. One of the two. I will confirm to y'all that information probably Wednesday morning at least. So keep an eye out for that. If you have any video ideas that you all want me to do, or something that topic FPL related topic that you would want me to do, let me know in the comments of this video, or even you can message me and I'll try and look into make it one for that as well. So shout out to everyone, Freddie as well. Thank you very much, and I will see you all sometime this week, either Wednesday or Saturday, one of the two. Have a good one. Enjoy. Peace out and good night as well to each and every one of you. Peace.